I am 86 years old, and I have buried more people than I have left to meet. The cardiologist who told me to take it easy, dead at 62. The marriage counselor who said communication is everything, divorced 3 times before his heart gave out. The self-help guru who wrote that book about living your best life. I watched them lower him into the ground on a Tuesday morning while his children fought over the will. I'm not here to comfort you. I'm here because I'm a ghost in a world built for the young, and ghosts see things the living are too busy to notice. Sit with me on this porch. What I'm about to tell you will make you uncomfortable. Good. Comfort is a slow poison. The 5 secrets nobody tells you about trust until it's too late. Secret number 1. Being a good person is the most dangerous lie you'll ever believe. Listen closely. I was never a bad husband. That's what everyone said at the funeral. A provider. You know what that word means? Provider? It means I showed up with money and called it love. It means I confused a paycheck with presents. It means I spent 40 years building a fortress to keep her safe, only to realize I'd locked myself out of her heart. Here's the hard truth. They don't put in wedding vows. You can destroy a marriage without ever doing anything wrong. I never cheated. Never hit her. Never screamed. I just wasn't there. And absence? Absence is the quietest form of cruelty there is. I can still smell the coffee she made every morning, that bitter burnt edge, because she always left it on the burner too long. I can hear the scrape of her chair against the kitchen tile at 6:47 a.m., precise as a clock. For 40 years that sound happened, and I can count on one hand the number of times I sat down with her to hear it. The loudest sound in the world is the silence of a chair that used to scrape and doesn't anymore. Secret number 2. Marriage is a mistake you make on purpose. Here's what nobody told me when I was 25 and stupid. You probably married the wrong person. And that's exactly right. Every marriage expert, every therapist, every romance movie, they all sell you the same fairy tale. Find your soulmate. Find the one. Horseshit. There is no one. There are 7 billion people on this planet, and you picked someone based on 3 years of dating and the way they looked in candlelight. You married a version of them that doesn't even exist anymore, because people change. Every 7 years, every cell in your body is replaced. You are literally not the same person you were when you said I do. Marriage isn't about marrying the right person. It's about choosing every single morning to make the wrong person right. I didn't choose Martha most mornings. I chose the spreadsheet. I chose the conference call. I chose the fantasy of someday over the reality of right now. And here's the cruelest mathematics of all. She chose me anyway, until the day she stopped choosing. And by then, I'd already taught her how to live without me. Secret number 3. Trust isn't broken by lies. It's eroded by absence. You think trust dies in an explosion, an affair, a betrayal, a lie that detonates everything. No, trust dies like a garden in a drought. Slow, quiet, one missed watering at a time. I can still see that garden we planted in 73, tomatoes, basil, those stupid marigolds she loved that smelled like pepper and dirt. She'd kneel in that soil, and I'd watch from the window with my briefcase in hand, thinking I'll help her next weekend. Next weekend never came. By August, those marigolds were brown skeletons. Here's the psychology they don't teach you. Emotional absence creates disconnection. Disconnection breeds shame, and shame makes people hyper-aware of every small slight. When you're close to someone, they give you grace. You forget an anniversary. He's stressed. You zone out. He's tired. But when the emotional account is empty, every mistake becomes theft. Martha started noticing everything. The sigh when she spoke. The way I'd scroll through my phone while she talked about her sister's cancer. The way I'd say, without hearing a single goddamn word. I wasn't cruel. I was just gone. And gone is worse, because at least cruelty demands a response. Absence just erases you. Secret number 4. Someday is a thief, and later is a lie. I told myself the same story for 40 years. When I retire, we'll travel. When I finish this project, I'll take her to Italy. When things calm down, I'll be present. You want to know what someday looks like? It looks like me, sitting in a hospital room, holding the hand of a woman I hadn't had a real conversation with in a decade. She got sick. Pneumonia. Nothing dramatic, but sitting there watching her sleep, I realized something that shattered me. I had been providing for a stranger. I didn't know her favorite song anymore. Didn't know what she dreamed about. Didn't know if she was happy or sad or just resigned. She recovered from the pneumonia. She never recovered from me. There's a moment in every dying relationship where the other person stops fighting. The anger disappears. The arguments end. And you think, finally, peace. No, that's not peace. That's surrender. That's the sound of someone learning to survive your absence. That's the moment they start building a life that doesn't include you, even though you're still sitting at the same table. I can still smell the rain that day, the way it hit the hot asphalt outside the hospital, that electric metallic smell that means summer is ending. And I can still see the exact moment she looked at me, and I saw it. She had already left. She just hadn't moved out yet. Secret number 5. Life is not a mountain peak. It's a series of small, beautiful nothings. Here's what 86 years teaches you that 25 doesn't understand. Life is not the promotion, not the house, not the legacy you think you're building. Life is the scrape of a chair at 6:47 a.m. It's the smell of burnt coffee and the way her hand felt in yours during a movie you both forgot. It's the small, unremarkable, forgettable moments that you don't realize are everything until they stop happening. Martha died on a Thursday. Unexpected, massive stroke. One moment she was folding laundry, and the next, she was gone. At her funeral, people spoke about her warmth, her kindness, the way she made everyone feel seen. And I sat there a ghost at my own wife's funeral, wondering when the hell she had last felt seen by me. So let me ask you something. Where is your time going tonight? Who is still waiting for you to look them in the eye? Because here's the thing about time. It doesn't disappear with fireworks and drama. It fades quietly while you're answering emails and telling yourself, I'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow is a graveyard full of things you meant to say. I am 86 years old. I have outlived my wife, my children, most of my grandchildren. I have more years behind me than entire civilizations had to rise and fall. And if I could go back, if I could grab that 25-year-old kid by the throat and make him listen, I wouldn't tell him to quit his job. I'd tell him this. Stop guessing. Start asking. What do you need today? Not next year. Today. Stop confusing sacrifice with abandonment. If you're working late, tell her why. Tell her you're scared. Tell her you're tired. Don't be a machine. Be a human who shares the struggle. Vulnerability isn't weakness. It's the only bridge that matters. But I can't go back. None of us can. All I can do is sit here, in this house that's too big and too quiet, and tell you what I learned too late. Absence teaches people how to live without you. And once they learn that lesson, they never unlearn it. The coffee is cold now. The rain has stopped. The chair across from me is empty. And the strangest part of growing old is realizing the moments that mattered most were the ones I kept postponing. Don't let that be your ending.